In this video, we will learn to set up a simple email server not connected to the public internet for free just for testing or experiment purpose.
After completing all the setup, you have a VirtualBox on your computer. Inside the VirtualBox, you have a virtual computer here. Boot it by double-clicking it. Type your password here.
After completing setup, we will also have an email server running in the background. And we can use the Thunderbird email client. And write an email to myself. And send. There you go, I can receive it. In the future videos, I'll also demonstrate some commands in SMTP protocol and IMAP protocol with Telnet on this exact virtual machine. But in this lesson, let's learn to set it up. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Now let's download the VirtualBox from Orac's website. I've given a link in the description. We're here at Oracle's page. Let's download the VirtualBox base package. Then I'm gonna download the Windows version. Download starts. Download speed depends on your internet speed and your computer speed. I'll speed up the video anyway. Download is finished, and I'm gonna open up the downloaded file. Installation starts. Click Next. Here you can change where you want to install the VirtualBox. I'll keep everything as default and click Next. I'll keep the default settings here as well and click Next. Now it pops up a network warning. If you are downloading or uploading something, then you'd better wait until it finishes. But I don't worry about it. So I click Yes, then I click Install. In the middle of the installation, you might see this dialog box confirming whether I really want to install the VirtualBox. So I click Yes. Installation starts, and it's gonna take some time. I'll speed up the video. After a while, VirtualBox is already installed on my computer, and I click Finish. Now the VirtualBox is turned on. VirtualBox is like a room. Now, we need a computer in this room. Computer can be either an empty one with no operating system on it, or one that is already set up. In this series of lessons, we need a virtual computer that supports Linux system. I already uploaded a pre-configured Linux virtual machine file for you to download. It's available at this link, which is also in the description. Then click Download button. Then click here. Download starts. The file is over 2 GB. It might take pretty long to complete the download. I will speed up the video anyway. Download is finished. And I'm gonna open up the downloaded file. This is the downloaded file, which is a zip file. So let's unzip it first. This is the virtual machine file. It's under this folder. Let's just double click it. Then click Import. And it's gonna take some time. I'll speed up the video.
This is a virtual computer where we're gonna install the email server.
Let's start it. This dialog box is asking If I want to switch to full screen mode, I'll do it. But wait a minute. Guys, see this error? When I show details, I can see this error is related to USB configurations.
See?
So I'll go to settings. Go to USB, select USB 1, and click OK. Let's start the virtual machine again. Well, I hope you are not stuck in this black screen, but even if you are, don't worry, let's deal with it together. First of all, hover your mouse cursor to the bottom of the screen. The menu bar shows up. Then you click on the close button. Select power off machine and click OK. So basically we've turned off virtual computer, and now we also have to turn off the host computer, which is a real computer, a physical computer. Then we'll change some configuration in the BIOS. Now many of you guys might be at the login screen right now. Then you can go ahead without having to worry about the BIOS. Anyway, I'm gonna turn off my computer and tell you how to deal with the BIOS. Well, what you need to do now is, when your computer just starts up, press F2 or delete key on your keyboard. Some computer requires the delete key, some does F2. You have to be fast. In case you don't know where delete button or F2 is located, please pause the video and have a look at your keyboard. Alright, let's start. I've turned off my computer. Before my computer starts up, obviously it is a blank screen. Once it starts up, press the delete key or F2. You have to be quick though. Then you see a user interface like this. This user interface might look very different on your computer. But no matter what it looks like, find out the option virtualization support or the similar kind. In my computer, it's here. Under the menu virtualization support, click virtualization. Take this one in order to enable Intel virtualization technology. Here's a little bit explanation on this virtualization technology. Then click the apply button. Then exit. Then the computer will restart immediately. Let the computer and the operating system start normally. Alright, after making some changes on the BIOS, I've started my computer. Open up the VirtualBox. Start the virtual computer. Okay, you see this screen? It is a good sign. Hit the enter button on your keyboard. But you'll be still stuck at this black screen again. If you've already enabled virtualization on BIOS just now, you still need to check the configuration of the virtual computer. Let's see. Let's minimize the virtual computer screen. Click Settings. You see this version? Ubuntu 32-bit. Although I'm pretty sure I've given you the 64-bit system. Anyway, let's change it back to 64-bit. So turn off the virtual computer. Click Settings. Click Version. And choose Ubuntu 64-bit. Click OK. Start the virtual computer. Linux is starting up. Alright, this is the login screen. The password is Java, all in lowercase.
Alright, once you have your virtual machine set up and ready, you can go to this site. You might have to update the browser to virtual machine, and you see these files. And one of these two will help you set up the email server almost instantly, which otherwise might cause you to spend hours and hours to learn. Alright, you can download this one. It works only if you're using the virtual machine I introduced to you in this video. The link is in the description. If you're using other Ubuntu virtual machine, you've got to use the other simulator, and you might have to do some troubleshooting on your own. So to save yourself from frustrations and be on the same page as me, follow this lesson and set up the virtual machine and download this simulator. You won't be asked to pay, nor do you have to submit any personal information. Save file, click OK. Locate the downloaded file. Here's it. Unzip the file. Alright, everything together in this folder will help you install the email server into the virtual machine almost instantly. Well, don't be intimidated by all these files and folders. Soon you will find out how simple the installation process is. But just to play it very safe, I encourage you to back up your virtual machine. Alright, I've written a script that will automatically operate and interact with these files in a proper order. All we need to do is run that magical script with a couple of simple commands. So right click on the blank area and click on the Open in Terminal. We type commands here. So another good news is that those simple commands we're going to type lives in this text file named helpfulscripts.txt. Just double click to open it. The command to run is here. Select the first line and copy it. Paste it into your terminal. Hit the enter button. Type the password. By the way, when you are typing, nothing will indicate that you are typing, and you will not see stars and asterisks or bullet points. Alright, hit the enter button. Before running this command, I've logged in the terminal at this user, ALB. After running this command, when you run the remaining commands, you will not get the errors like permission denied or access denied or something like that, because those commands from now on will be executed by this root user. Next, we will run this script. How to do that? We type another command. But before running any command, let's develop a habit to check current working directory. What do I mean by that? Let's look at the string text here. You can notice it is consistent with this path. See? This means the current working directory is what I expect, and I can execute the script without worry. So to execute the script, we can run this command in the terminal. Let's copy it, paste it, enter. Normally, you'll be presented with this screen. What if otherwise? I'll tell you in a separate video. Well, in normal case, at this screen you'll have to click OK to continue, but you can't use mouse. Instead, press the Tab key on your keyboard. Then hit the enter button. Here I'll keep everything as default and hit the enter button. The same with here. Enter. Now wait for it to finish. Alright, perfect. Well, if things didn't go smooth, these couple of commands might help you. At this point, I already have installed the email simulator and have this domain ready. To verify whether this domain works, I'm going to run this command. copy it, paste it, enter. Alright, it's working. Here's the response time. Now to stop these endless responses, I press Ctrl and C at the same time. Like this. Or like this. Well, the control key is kind of conflicting with the VirtualBox configuration. You can use other control key, but for me it's kind of awkward. I have only one control key. So I have to change some settings. I'm gonna change the host key to something else. It should work. Alright, let's verify the other domain. So far so good, everything is good. It means I can use this email address from now on. Why don't we try it? Alright, if you're using a copy of my virtual machine, you have a Thunderbird mail. If not, you have to install it on your own. Let's search applications. You will probably see it here. If not, please search it. Here's it. It's opening up. Here's the welcome screen. Close it. Let's add our new email address to the Thunderbird. Click this hamburger icon. Hover your mouse cursor to the preferences and click account settings. It's not very intuitive, but click this account actions. Click this button. Fill in the form. Fill in the email address. The password is Java. Like this. And click continue. Now it's gonna take a while. If it takes too long, like 10 minutes, you can try restarting the virtual computer and try again. Alright, no errors, no exceptions. That's good. Let's click the done. And here's the scary part. This red warning message is popping up because I didn't do any encryption for the email server, for the simplicity. Encryption doesn't matter as long as you are not running it in a live environment. So, tick this I understand the risk and click done. After a while, we successfully set up the Thunderbird. Click OK. Speaking of Thunderbird, you can not only receive mails, but also we can send mails. Let's see if we can send a mail to ourselves. Click this right. The receiver is going to be myself. Title or subject, hi from ALB. Then click the send button. Alright, when you use Thunderbird for the first time, you will come across this warning message, which also has something to do with encryption. Make sure it is ticked and click this confirm security exception. Then what you may not know is click the Thunderbird icon. Here's an error message. Don't let it hide in the behind. Click OK. And click the send button again. Then you will observe a new folder named sent.
When you go to the inbox, you'll see a new email from myself, from me, to me. Great!
Alright, one last thing. If you want to add more user, you can use this command.
Copy it. Alright, we're going to run this script to add user, just for your info. Paste it, enter. Alright, this email address is added. That's it. Hope you've learned something. Thanks for watching. The next lesson is going to be a great one as well. I'll see you there. Peace.